Okay guys, let's have a quick review of today's activity, and actually most of it coming later on in the session, to be honest. Before the cash market opened this morning, all eyes were on the Italian election. It was quite a hard one to trade, specifically with the euro, as initially the euro started to pull lower over concern that there'd be a lack of stability in the Italian parties to come together. But then we had dollar weakness on the back of concern over the US lack of future trade deals, or perhaps anti-global trade commentary. And the euro's been oscillating really around the pivot most of the day until just now. More interesting was after the US cash market open, when we were trying to trade below the pivot level in the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq was trying to drag the S&P below its pivot level, but it just wasn't able to happen. And equities were firming. Before then, we saw really one of the biggest opportunities of the day then was on UK news. And that UK news was that Prime Minister May, it says they're close to an agreement on the Brexit transition. So as soon as that news came out, here you can see my trades, and a few guys in the room also did something similar, just long the pound and then scaling out of that positive news. I think we were helped by the fact that there was also positive commentary out of Ireland and the willingness to try and find a middle ground with Britain over the Northern Irish border issue. As that positive sentiment in the pound then continued, I saw a few of you have got into some excellent trades. That really gave stocks, and US stocks here you can see the Nasdaq and the S&P and the Dow Jones. That gave them their lift towards the end of the European session. And we're just testing R1 now in the Nasdaq, past it in the S&P and touching it in the Dow. But you can see bonds moving lower, risk moving higher, generally risk on sentiment, and importantly for the pound, just if you're watching Anthony's charts this morning, can you see where he had this double bottom which really formed over the whole month of February? Well, it looks like we're going to close above that double bottom now, and once we do close above that, then really we can stretch our legs in the pound once more towards the 140 handle. So all politically driven, but generally that news in the pound allowing risk on flows to move, equities higher and bonds lower. I hope you guys were able to wait and take advantage of that opportunity. It didn't come till much later on in the day. I hope you've had a good session, and see you in the room tomorrow. Thank you.